Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Core Nation. Thank you very much for joining. And today we have a special treat. But before we go to Milan with his life story, I want to congratulate everybody. Today is the Groundhog Day, right? And we will predict today if it will be early spring or will be late spring. Milan, like myself, he is not American. Maybe he's patriotic American, but he is from Europe, from Serbia. So he probably don't know that tradition. But in Canada, Milan, and in United States, on the 2nd of February, they play this game. Suspicious prediction game. So do you know this tradition or not, Milan?
I never heard about it.
So it's very big deal. It's been over 100 years. Every 2nd of February, they release the groundhog, this little like squirrel-looking creature, and come out of the ground, and it has to kind of turn around to see his shadow. If it see the shadow, the winter will be extended 6 weeks. If he doesn't see it, so it's gonna be early summer or early spring. So this is kind of like, yeah. Anyway, brother, I met you 3 months ago, something like that. I enjoyed our first conversation, second conversation. It was a wonderful, online meeting. And I feel like we connected a lot. And I really want you to be part of Core Nation. So I want to give you mic right now and just greet viewers and listeners. What on your heart right now? Just few sentences, and then we'll go to some discussion and questions.
Yes, I want to thank you for inviting me to join your new endeavor. I would say it like that. And I'm happy to support whatever I can, of course. I think it is also amazing because coming to a new country, especially the US, I think all of us become Americans. So this is how I feel about it. And it is great that we are together here to discuss these topics. So
yes,
let's go for it.
So Milan, he is financial guru. I want to ask him questions about where he is in life right now. So basically, Milan, we have 3 moments in this show, right? First, we're talking about you right now, who you are. If you want to talk about your age, your family, your accomplishments, who Milan is at this particular moment of history. You can share as much as you want to, give a little bit background of your, positions you hold, educations, what kind of experiences you have. Just give us a brief picture of yourself, please.
My background is, you said it earlier, Serbian. Before that, our family's background was Montenegrin. Then my grandfather moved to Switzerland. Then from Switzerland to Germany. This is where I have my beautiful accent from and why you recognize that I'm not the standard American. Yes. I grew up in Germany my whole life. I used to work all across Europe, but also had a bunch of projects all around the world. I worked in insurance. This is how I started my career. I had my small agency, which I grew. And the agency was that good that in one moment I got an amazing job offer to build a whole network of salespeople. After doing that, we built it from like nothing to 320 people within 3 years. I moved on to a next role where I became a commercial director, had this great corporate career, and ended it in 2018 as a board member of a pretty significant European banking and insurance group, and moved to the startup world. That's the first time I felt again like doing something that matters. And this is, I think, who I am today. Whatever I do, I try to do it with, if it's impactful, if I can change lives, if I can make the world a better place, then I feel motivated to do so. Then it is easy for me to get up in the morning. Then it is easy for me to conduct a series of meetings all day long and still try to maintain healthy habits. In terms of my educational background, I'm a graduate degree in economics. I have a master in commercial law. But today and the formal educations we have, I think they're not important anymore. The world is a place which is changing so fast that everything that I have learned at university or in school before that comes to getting the right habits in order to continue to learn your whole life. But you don't need the university aspects in order to continue to work your whole life. So it is about, I would say, being impactful on one hand, but on the other hand, also understanding the time we are currently living in. So this is how I see it. And That's what I can tell you about my past.
Right. And we're talking about your present. So there will be present, then we go to your childhood, your beginning of life, and then we're gonna finish with the legacy, impact, and movement you involved with, how you change in this world. Exactly. You already touched those subjects. You pretty much on top of the game, because coordination is all about your inner power. It's about your inner structure. It's who you really are deep inside, Milan. So we want to welcome you to our nation, to our clan, to our community, and tell us right now what is most memorable. Think of yourself 5, 7, up to 13, right? So kind of like pre-teenage years. What was most memorable, influential experiences you had? What kind of set your life? Maybe it was some books you were reading. Maybe it's a street gang. Maybe it's your grandparents. Maybe it's your coach from school. Who was your role model? Who inspired you? Just give us a little bit 5 to 13 version of Milan.
It was difficult for me to explain to you who I am if I haven't told you about how I became who I am. So, but you're right.
Exactly.
At the end. It is not one person. It is not 3 or 5 moments that have happened in my life. It is growing up in a loving family where everybody loves you, and not only you, but everybody loves each other. And when this love is spread, then I think the stress that people experience is pretty low. And when there is not a lot of stress, people can grow in whatever they are supposed to be. My father never told me you have to work to become an engineer, or my mother never told me you have to become a doctor or a physician or whatever. My grandparents never forced me into any direction, neither me nor my brother, but they let us just be whoever we are, with trust and faith that it will turn out well for us, because we were, I would say, educated in a way that, of course, money is important to live, but it is not the reason to live. The reason to live is to be happy and to share this, I would say, good feelings, good situations, support, help the world be a better place. And then everything will fall into the right place.
Live in the moment, right? So basically enjoy every moment of your journey, of your experiences. So this is what life about, right? Not about final accomplishments, but actually about life experience. Don't you agree?
Yes, I agree today. It's not exactly what my parents and grandparents and my family taught me, because they were all saying, work for the future, give your best, be focused, do whatever you can, whatever you do, do it right or don't do it at all. So they were really focusing on the outcome. And today I agree more with you that it is about the path, it is the journey, it is the life you live on a daily basis that is what makes your life. I mean, if everybody can choose their set of problems, that's my opinion. And do you enjoy solving the set of problems that you have picked for yourself, for your path? Because you will have a certain set if you will become a physician. You will have a certain other set if you will become, a construction company owner. You will have a third one if you, want to work just in a supermarket or whatever. You choose your problems. Do you enjoy solving them, and do you feel that you grow by doing so?
So, who was your childhood superhero? Like, do you follow any like Star Wars? Did you play any computer games? Who was your really like a superpower you want to be like? Maybe it was Jesus. Maybe it was Hulk, Tarzan, whatever. Who is your gamifying object that you want to be like?
I would love to say Jesus, but it wasn't Jesus, I have to say. I am a Christian, but I would say an embarrassment for Christianity. At that time, I am born in the 80s. So what did we have? We had Superman, and that's about it. And then a few years later, we were introduced to all the others, like Hulk and Spider-Man and who not. But there is just one superhero. Yes, there's just one superhero out of the youth, and it's Superman. And
do you feel like you are Superman?
You don't feel like Superman because Superman is from another planet and has tried to fit in here. But you don't have to fit in anywhere as long as you are yourself. This is what I strongly believe. So
Now we're moving into Milan superpowers, right? You have superpowers. Everybody has them. So do you recognize them through your course of life? What is the unique characteristics, skills, and abilities you possess to serve this world, to help people around you and make this place a better place, right? So did you recognize them already, or we need to dig a little bit deeper in your core?
I cannot say exactly. So I can tell you what are my capabilities. And my capabilities are that when I focus on something and when I want something, then I'll get there. I will achieve it. I will make it happen. And there is no question if, the question is only when. But persistence, this is my capability. And through this capability, I believe that I can achieve everything. Then again, the question for me is what is important for me? And what is important for me, I can share also with the world. And for me, it is a world where we live a more joyful lives, where we treat each other like brothers and sisters, where we understand that we are all one big unity, that we are all together in this, that we are not alone, that we can make this life a beautiful journey together with a lot of people on one hand. But on the other hand, I also believe that we have to take care about the planet, because we come from this planet, we return to this planet, and we have to take care about it. We are just another, I don't know, we are another tree, we are another flower, we are another whatever it is, we are another product of this earth. And we have to take care about it. So this is my strong opinion. And if I would care or fight for something, it would be for a more joyful and loving world on one hand. And on the other hand, it would be for a healthy environment, because we just have one world. We don't have 2 or 3 or 5 to get rid of them and to exchange them. So those two things I would say are most important to me. Is it my core? I can't say, but this is definitely what's most important to me.
A lot of our viewers and listeners, they share the same values, same opinions, because we are human first in this community. We are not, nationality first. We are not religion first. We are humans. We are not like-minded. We're like, it doesn't matter your, color of the skin or your bank account or education. If you're good human, you will produce good energy, good flow, positive influences. And if you're gonna meet another human, you're gonna try to leave him in a better shape before you met him, right? So this is what we're talking about, the genuine, authentic, empathetic humanity. And this is what we're building through this core nation concepts. And I'm actually working on a constitution of core nation. I'm working on a banner. I'm working on a hymn. I'm working on the currency. I want to create a game, real virtual game of core nation, kind of like Monopoly, right? So you have your dice, you play, but this will be bigger than that. It's going to be virtual universe which will connect like-minded people as a network. So this is the kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I'm just like trying to connect with the like-minded individuals like yourself and build this genuine brotherhood that I care for you, you care for me, and we care for people around us. If we have hundreds and hundreds of thousands like that, the world will be a better place. We all be not looking for corrupted benefits to ourselves, right? We will be looking for giving more than taking more. And you've been exposed to large sums of money. You've been exposed to large benefits and blessings in life. But you're not talking about this. You're talking about soul, hearts, earth, trees, and energy, ecology. You care about that. And I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming out on the show. Thank you for giving us this opinion. Let's continue. What else you wanna add at this point?
I don't know. I think what you're trying to do is great. And when you do something which is in line with a large potential vision, I mean, when you go into a direction which is so enormously grandiose as you are going, then I also think you cannot know exactly your path. You have to listen to your intuition. You have to listen to what do you think is the right next step. And I read somewhere that if you keep one eye on the goal and one eye on the street. You just see the street with one eye, not with two eyes. So I think you have to have an idea in mind, and then you have to continue walking in the right now and doing what you think is right. So I applaud your, I would say, grandiose goal and your wish to do so.
Thank you for support. Thank you for kind words. And I really like. I remember when we first talked, I'm like, man, there is people like-minded, like-hearted, from different country, from different state, from different families, but we all around. And I really want to have a movement that people awaken those qualities and we start sharing them more openly, not religion-based. Because if you're talking only about, oh, I'm that religion, this is why I'm good person. Oh, I'm this religion, I'm good person. I'm this background, this is why it make me a better race or better nationality. We all dividing, right? Because if you're not that race or this nationality or this religion, you're against me or against you automatically. So I'm trying to break these, barriers, and I try to build it upon humanity. God, universe created us, right? Whoever believes in what I'm Christian, I believe in God, I believe in Bible, I believe in that. But I'm giving space to anybody to be themselves, because this is their life, right? This is their truth. This is their testimony. How you can tell them you live wrong life? How you can tell this to person? Tell me. I don't believe this. Some people trying to say you doing wrong life. What you talking about? What kind of wrong life? It's my life. I live this life. It's unbelievable. So can you come communicate on that subject? It's just so hilarious to me.
Yeah, no, I don't feel, I think, so there is a concept in which I strongly believe. It is earning the right to give recommendations to someone. Means that I can tell you, if I really earn the right, hey man, I think the last few months, what you started doing is not healthy, is not good. You know that we have a long-standing relationship. You know that we are close to each other. I really want to convey this message to you. In this regard, I believe you can tell your opinion, but you have to earn the right to tell somebody your opinion, because opinions, I mean, everybody has one. Okay. So, and everybody has not one, everybody has so many. So I don't care about people's opinions, so neither should anyone care about anyone's opinion, but certain people who earn their right and your trust, you should just listen them out and see if it resonates or not. But at the end, it is your life and you have to live it. I don't dare to tell my brother. I don't dare to tell anyone close to me. I don't even dare to tell my children how they should live their life. Of course, there are certain things that are important. I mean, don't touch the hot stove, don't smoke, don't drink, don't do this and that. But we speak about children. Then again, would I mix in their life and tell them, no, you have to do this or you have to do that? No, it is about love, means about accepting the person to its fullest. That's my strong opinion. And life is about expanding everything. And you can't expand if somebody forces you in a certain corner. You can try only to expand out of this corner. What I want to say with it is, if our universe is expanding, if we as humans are growing and expanding on a daily basis, and you force somebody somewhere, you're just expanding the person against yourself. And that's my strong opinion. Therefore, let's have the different approach. Rather than telling people what they should do, is really understanding them, loving them, helping them, supporting them more than helping them, and letting them go their way by having a lot of trust and faith that the things will solve itself and that the universe, God, is supporting them in the right direction and will be there for them. But if you are doing things that are in line with your soul, it can't be wrong. Even if it's wrong to me, it can't be wrong.
Right. So you mentioned kids, right? So you teaching your kids some kind of principles because you earned the right to be their father, right? And you have a position to teach them, like you said before, like a concept. You have to earn the right to educate somebody or give advice. So what is your kind of a larger vision or goal for them? I know you said your parents did not tell you do this or be engineer or be that. What is your kind of a leadership? Who you trying to see them coming out of your influence, out of your surroundings? How you see them in the future? What is your goal?
There are different parenting approaches. I will not judge any of those different parenting approaches. Mine is only one: help the children be able to be independent and autonomous.
When? At what point? The independent from who or from what?
From everything they can be, from myself independent, from their mother independent, from everybody independent. But in terms of I'm teaching them, I'm not directing them in any way, because I think everybody has to find their own way. If I confuse them by telling them which way they should go, I will just take away years of their life. So I wouldn't tell them ever in which direction they should go. I just like to teach them the mechanics of life. But you teach the mechanics of life to a child of 2 years, of 3 years, of 4 years, of 5 years, of 6 years. But sometimes you have to stop also doing that, because when a person turns 14, 15, 16, 18, this is already a semi-adult or an adult. They don't need to learn the mechanics of life. They know they have to get up in the morning to be able to take the bus, to be able to get on time to their job. They know they have to be active. They have to be engaged. You have to have brought your children already in the situation that they know all the mechanics of life in order to live a successful life. And what they will do with those mechanics, that's their thing. Me telling my children how they should live, I will never, and it's not my way. My way is making them independent, that they don't need me. And if they don't need me and still want to spend time with me, then I'll be a successful father. Am I a successful father today? I can't say. Maybe not. But maybe I am. But it's irrelevant. The only moment when I will know is when they don't need me. Will they spend time with me?
So how many kids do you have? Is it 2 boys, right?
3. 2 girls and 1 boy. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Been 3 months since we talk. I kind of is. So what are ages?
The boy is born 2014 and the girls are twins 2016.
Good job. To be a father, it's a unique experience. I'm raising 4 children. They mostly out of house already. Just youngest is finishing high school. But I know what you're talking about. When they call you, not for the money or something else, when they call you for advice or call you for invite you somewhere, it feels so good. It feels really, really good. So you give them something that they use it right, and now you benefiting, you're reaping the benefits of your personal, example or personal, investments in them. Let me ask you about, let's say you end up in a very critical situation. I don't know what the last time was your, biggest conflict or biggest betrayal or biggest kind of like challenge in life. How do you find resources, reserves? Where do you go? How do you go through the biggest hurt and betrayal or opposition, or what is your, tools and weapons?
Okay, in the past, I can't say that I always did great in these situations. But I know that when you're in a difficult moment in life, this moment can be maybe just a second, but it can also be months or years. When you go through struggle, then you start changing your perspective. When you start changing your perspective, you start looking at the things from a different angle, obviously. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a different perspective. And for me, it is not the situation when something happens that I would feel this way or that way. For me, it is really what is before happened, what did happen before in my mind, in my heart.
What caused this, right? What caused this effect, right?
No, what are my expectations? So we can say that we are slowly but surely turning into friends, you and I, but at the same time, what are my expectations of my friend? or my future friend, or my friend in a growing friendship relationship, whatever. What are my expectations? And then this is where everything starts. So setting the expectations right. What is friendship? What is love? What is success? What is collaboration? What is loyalty? What is all those topics? Everybody has to respond to themselves to find the right answers. And then by being yourself, you attract only people who fit into your world. If they don't fit if you didn't answer properly, then you can't know. But if you've answered properly and you found, and you are yourself, and only people, or the majority of the people who will come into your life will be fitting into your value system, or call it however. And this is what I think. So today, if I would be sad, it would for me mean that I have been blind, that I have on purpose not looked into the right direction, that I have maybe for some personal wrong intentions taken some decisions. So for example, if I would like to become your friend because I would like, I don't know, for you to help me make money. So if I'm looking for something, I can be disappointed. But if I'm not looking for something, and if I just want to share what I have with you, how can you disappoint me? Be whoever you are and just be honest to it. What is it that you want? You go for it. You can't be disappointed.
Be honest with yourself and be true to yourself, right? This is the roots of your core power. So if you're dishonest right there, right? If, like you said, you have different motives, you have a different manipulations playing in you, and you let these demons out, right? And you take advantage of somebody, of something, right? You manipulated situation to fit you. It's make you crooked, right? It's make you not, righteous person. It's something is inside of you is coming out that needs to be like, control your dragons,
And then because you don't want to tell yourself, oh, I'm the crooked person, I want the benefit. You don't want to tell it yourself. So, and if you don't, then you imagine that there is a friendship and the other person sees, hey, this person just has a certain motive, reacts in a way, and then I feel like I'm betrayed by your friendship style, Sergiy. I mean, it's not true. The truth is exactly what you and I just said. Be whoever you are, go to share, you'll get back, accept what you get, and let it grow, let it bloom in whatever direction. And then you can't be disappointed. And then it doesn't happen. Then there is no more anger, no more sadness, no more nothing.
So let me ask you about your hobbies. How do you spend free time, if you have any? And you can, say a little bit about your sport, if you do any sport or you've done any sport. Just a little bit open up from that side, right? We want to know, Milan, how you having fun, right? If you have 2 weeks to do nothing, what would you do, right? So tell me, maybe collections, maybe, wherever, just open up this fun part of you.
I can even not imagine 2 weeks where I don't have anything to do. In those 2 weeks, I would have already a plan where I could do something, because for me, life is about experiencing it, doing things and then getting the experience out of it. Sometimes it's pleasant, sometimes it's not, but always it's rewarding. So I like to start my day early, which doesn't work always, but I try to wake up at 5:30, latest 6, get my meditation done for the morning, which is more of a breath exercise than just sitting still, but it is a combination of both. And then it is a little bit of a few brain exercises. On top of that, currently I started learning Spanish because I recently moved to Miami and nobody needs English in Miami, I figured, but everybody needs Spanish in Miami. So I'm going for the Spanish course, and then it's already 7 and then my first meeting starts. Then I have a few meetings during the day. I try also to finish a few of my personal tasks during my meetings. And at around, I would say, noon or so, I start eating, because I started also this intermittent fasting thing, which I love. So then I have my breakfast around noon, a few more meetings, a few more activities, or things I have to fix around the house. I mean, I also consider as an activity that
So you not listen to my question. You telling me how do your life. I ask about collections, how you spend in free time, and you just given me your routine. I appreciate it, but don't slip on this question. I really know what's make your heart happy. Reading a book, go to the beach, go golf, bowling, shooting range. What you do? Tell me, what would you like to do?
I was shy to speak about it, but I can open up about it. So I have a hobby, and my hobby is really weird, okay? It's very weird for me. But I love the philosophies of religions and belief systems, but it is philosophies about it. So, and then I spend a lot of time reading about it and learning about it. I find a lot of information in my meditations, which means what I love doing is yoga on top, next to my meditations and next to my exploration about all those different world religions and belief systems. And then it is about doing sports. And what do I do with sports? I did everything. I did martial arts. I did running like 10, 12, 15K a day and things like that. I did all that. But currently I'm in the gym, for example. What do? I go 3 or 4 times a week to the gym, and then I'm trying to build muscles I never ever had in my life. Why? Because it's something I have never done before. So now I'm in the gym, and then I have a very intense 1.5 to 1 hour and 45 minutes. Everybody's telling me you're doing too much. This is not healthy how you do it.
Every day?
No, 3-4 times a week.
You like me. I'm starting my bodybuilding 8 months ago, and now I'm a gym rat. I never done it in my life, and I will be 50 soon. How old are you?
43.
So I'm 49. So I never done it in my life because I'm always busy, family, kids, businesses, activities, church, so much going on. Like never sleep, never bored like you said. You don't have time, nothing to do. You always plan something. Very similar. But recently I get hooked to this lifestyle of gym. I was so afraid to go into the gym because everybody doing something, they sweating, there's tattoos, sweat, big body, beautiful ladies, and I feel intimidated in this environment before. I'm like, oh my goodness. I tried probably 3 times to sign up for different membership, Planet Fitness, LA Fitness, and Technique Fitness. I tried for few days, and I scared. I ran away because it don't belong there. And now I hire, thanks to my wife, she connected me with a personal trainer, and he makes me love workout. I told him, only one assignment for you. Not losing fat, not building muscle, not looking beautiful. Just make me love the gym. And after 8 months, I'm hooked. From 3 times, now I'm doing 4, 5, and I'm probably going to do every day because I love it so much. For my mind, for my form, for my energy, for my manliness. I love it. Thank you for sharing on this.
That's super. How much time do you spend in the gym when you go?
So I spent about hour 15. This is kind of my normal routine. I was like you. I was an athlete all my life. I did everything. Martial arts, kickboxing, different struggles and fighting styles, playing chess, and also sport. I done a lot. But at the later days in the high school, I was an athlete. I was runner, 10K, 20K, 3K, 5K. But lately in life, so busy, like taking so much time out of your day, just running for hours, I had no productivity. But I discovered podcasting. Oh, what we're doing? Oh, we're doing podcasting right now. Sorry, it's not self-promotion. But I discovered podcasting of somebody else. I put earphones and I just enjoying this hour of time. It's beautiful, beautiful. You're working out, you're sweating out, losing calories, building your cardio, and you also getting information. Fantastic, best time of my day. Thank you for sharing on sport, and your hobby is really cool. I love it. Do you have any collections? Do you like to collect something?
No.
No?
No.
Do you like watches? Do you like cars? Do you like anything like that? Or you're not in material world at all?
No, I'm in the material world totally. So don't misunderstand me. I'm definitely living in the material world. That's not the thing. But I mean, there is one car I would like to buy.
What is it?
So you bring me a golden Rolls Royce. I wouldn't drive it. I would feel ashamed. I would say it's for somebody else with a different nature or with a different character. So that's not me. A simple Porsche 911 Targa or just a normal convertible for Miami, that's an ideal car for me.
Do you want a new one or you want a particular year collectible?
No, just new one. And every few years, every time they have a new model, I would buy the new one. And that's basically my plan for cars. And do I have this car right now? No, I bought some BMW, which is also a beautiful car. I don't know why I bought it, honestly. So it doesn't make me happy. I'm not driving a lot. I'm driving from my home to the gym, from the gym home, sometimes to a restaurant, but I better take an Uber because Uber is so cheap in Miami that it doesn't make sense to go anywhere with a car. So I'm not into this. I'm not into watches. Yes, I have a nice watch or two. But this is not what makes me happy. What makes me happy is really this experiential thing, spending time with people, the social aspects, and I would say the successes you achieve for either your hobby or your work. The successes is also something I like very much. But no, I'm not too much into material things. Whereas, yes, I'm not crazy about not liking a nice house or a nice car, but it's not something that drives me.
So now at this moment of our episode of show, I would like to think about, we talked about your childhood a little bit, right? We talk about sports and we talk about you present right now, your routines. I want to talk about the future, right? You're 43 right now. You have three children. You're teaching them, you're leading them. You have a lot of business meetings, business ideas. You're always kind of thinking as an entrepreneur. You have a creative thoughts about some startups, and it's wonderful. How do you see yourself next 20, 30, 40, 50 years? How you want to impact this world? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? What kind of I know you said it's going to take one day at a time and you have to trust your intuition to lead you and guide you. But maybe you know how you want to live at this point, right? It's going to adjust, it's going to pivot, but you know, what is the big thoughts of Milan over the future?
Yeah, I mean, I have an idea of how I will live in a few months from now. I have an idea how I will live a few years from now. I have an idea how I will live 15 or 20 years from now. I have ideas about that. For me, it is about always finding the right angle to contribute to making things better. So it's about that. And if I find the right angle to do so, this is exactly what I will be doing. And how is it easiest? So I'm not a politician. I'm not a showman. I'm not an influencer or something. I can either contribute to projects which contribute to society or start my own projects which are impactful and making the world a better place. But this is the only way I can impact. Whereas I also believe the moment when you are running a business and you are lucky enough and capable enough to create a beautiful company which provides livelihoods for many people, then you can also influence their lives. And you can not only by paying a salary, but giving them a place where they can thrive as humans. And them, again, they can become better people. And as better people, all of us will daily become better compared to what we have been yesterday. So, I mean, this whole I'm contributing, I'm becoming better thing it sounds a little bit from a different world, but it is only what makes me feel I'm contributing purposefully. This makes sense what I'm doing.
Have you ever thought to combine your deep knowledge of philosophies and different religions and different systems of structures? Have you thought how you can combine that knowledge with your knowledge of business and finance world and create some kind of a maybe educational seminar or write a book or kind of a transfer your knowledge into some practical application to help others? Like
every good politician, I will answer to your question by saying something totally different than you asked me. I'm just kidding. But the point is, I'm an advisor now. So, and I'm focused on advising companies to reorganize their businesses, to harmonize their processes, to identify what are their true best, I would say, data points they have to collect in order to help them grow and become better. So I'm focused on helping companies grow right now. This is what I'm doing right now. Can I take this and combine it with my personal spiritual knowledge? Potentially it's possible. Do I see myself as a guru who will do these kind of things? No. Do I like to share my opinions in settings where I'm allowed to? Yes, I'm happy to share, but I don't see this as it would be for me like forcing it. If I work as a growth advisor, and as a growth advisor, I get to know the people in the company, and then they hire me as their personal advisor, I'm happy to contribute with my complete perspective. But I would say I focus on what I know works best. Will it change in the future? Potentially, yes. I'm also thinking about writing a book. The question is, when will I find time for it? Because there are certain things that I have learned in my life that I'm happy to share. It would be more like how to do things book rather than anything complex. It would be an instruction manual on how to organize a company properly in order to make it thrive, because there's so many aspects to it. So, but did I do it? No. So is it worth speaking about it? It is even not. Is there a wish there somewhere deep? Yes, it is. And it could come to fruition in the next year, 2 or 3. But there is no urgency for me to do so.
Yeah, understand. We go with the flow, which is, I believe in this too. So just live, in the moment and enjoy the process and discoveries and new elements always gonna pop up. I'm with you on that. I like to have a lot of accomplishments, but I like to let it be authentically original, not like you said, forced out of you. But things like this podcast, for example, I believe it's going to trigger something in you. It's going to put in some different perspectives so you can build upon that and kind of like use it as a catalytic trigger in some direction. So
it already did. It already did. And I will tell you why it did. You and I, we spoke before this podcast existed. And you influenced already positively, very positively, my life. By doing what you really set into your mind. And I remember the conviction while you were mentioning it. And then a few weeks later, it started happening because you wanted it so much and you did it. And is it beautiful to see? It's beautiful to see. It's amazing. And what will be out of it? It can only be great. For whom? Most likely for you, and most likely for a bunch of your followers and listeners. But the point is, you've had an idea, you did it, and you gave like a mother birth to something. And I think it's amazing. So
thank you for sharing on this. Now tell me how, because when you said you get hired by companies first and then people hire you in the personal level, I felt like I need to hire you myself to be my advisor and my coach. But I thought you might figure out the combination, because the knowledge you carry, right? It's not common knowledge. You pay in price, hours, and you have this passion, you have this desire to know those things, to educate yourself, to process this. It will come out, because you cannot saturate the sponge till it's expanded, right? It's gonna start leaking. You poke this and it start coming out of you. So good God will create the opportunities, platforms for you where you will be invited to share, to speak, to give word of wisdom and advice for younger generation, or maybe your peers, or maybe for some executives. I believe that that's gonna happen, and I think you're gonna love it.
Maybe I will tell you that a few years ago, I researched the word humility. And it started with, I had some coaches, and long story short, I wanted to understand what it means really to be truly humble. So I came to humility, and then I tried to find variations from a bunch of different perspectives and cultures. And there is one sentence that is my reflection of humility, and that is, everything is given to us. Nothing is we have taken it. Nothing is we have accomplished it. Nothing is we are the best at it. And with this humility sentence that I learned so many years ago, if I do something I truly love, I can't care about the money. I need money to eat, to drink, to potentially pay my mortgage or my rent or my car or whatever. We don't speak about the need aspects. It is really about you do something which you truly love. You cannot change it. You cannot look at it as a sacrifice. You look at it as it's a joy to do so. And in one moment where if my knowledge accumulates to an extent which is significant, then it might be possible that it starts pouring out. But this pouring out wouldn't happen because I can monetize it. It would happen because it would overflow so that other people can also gain from it. But as long as other people can't gain from it, there is nothing truly and widely or publicly to be shared, because there are so many people out there who know so much more, who have experienced so much more, who have such a deeper wisdom that there is no need for an additional Milan who is from Montenegro, from Serbia, from Switzerland, or from Germany, or from the US now, or from wherever in the world. There is no need for this. If it happens, it will happen because it's time to happen. And keeping in mind that nothing is that we have done. We did what we thought is the best in the moment, but everything that we have is given to us. And this is how I like to look at life. Whatever happens, it happens. So it's maybe also similar to the question you asked earlier about disappointments. It's what's your expectations of it? Why do I read books, or why do I read so much? Or why do I spend so much time in meditation? Why do I do these? Because I really, honestly, truly just love it. And that's it. I feel better when doing it. It makes my life full. And in one moment, I'm happy to share my happiness with others, but only if it comes to that. I wouldn't force it ever.
So we live not for others, we live for ourselves first. And when we love ourselves, we take care of ourselves, then it's gonna pour out and benefit others, not vice versa. I agree with you, absolutely. Because those influencers who live for others, impress others, show off for others, they empty bags. They really empty souls. Yeah, you have to be joyful person, happy person, have your core, have your energy, have your, superpower inside, be excited. And don't chase it, like you said. Don't chase money, don't chase it. Attract it to yourself. Be a good person till it's come to you. Money will follow when you grow. So I'm with you on that. Thank you for sharing. Anything else you want to add? So we need to know about you. Maybe some funny story, maybe some jokes, maybe some, something you want to share before we conclude and land this plane.
I'm looking for somebody who will teach me how to get rid of my English accent, but this obviously won't happen that easy. No, there is nothing else I would like to share. I would like to know that, to say maybe one thing, and it's about the US. Yes, I didn't plan to come here. It wasn't at all my plan. It was not part of my life plan nor my life path. But coming here and seeing and meeting America, I start to understand it. And it is maybe not a nation by blood or by DNA, which is also another story, but it is not something that, but it is an ideology of how life should be lived. And I think that having big missions, big goals, and big ideas is important for everybody. And if God will, you will be successful. Let's put it like this. But the intention to do so, to give people a little bit of what we have here, is so important, because what else is your life about than supporting others now?
Nice set. Very, very nice set. Thank you. This was a wonderful conclusion about thoughts in as a United States to be kind of a social, economical conceptual system. First, it's like a utopia, kind of like how you can bring people from all over the world and mix them and, put them together like in a zoo and they all survive. And it worked out. So this is a miracle country. I agree with you. It's not by, some other design. It's some kind of an experiment, but it happened and succeeded and proven that it's succeeding. So there is a lot of issues in our country. There's a lot of topics we can talk and discuss, but let's save it for the next episode. Milan Veskovic, when people can find you, how they can find you, how they can follow you online, how they can hire your services as a personal consultant or coach or business consultant and coach. So can you just give us a few ways how we can connect with you?
The easiest is through LinkedIn. You just Milan Veskovic. There are not so many out there. You might recognize my picture. And I think this is the best way how to reach out to me. So I have also a website. I have also this and I have also that. But in fact, at the end, I just use LinkedIn. And that's the only platform that makes totally sense.
So Milan, I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person very soon. So you're welcome to San Diego. I'm welcome to Miami. I was there a year ago. No, actually we flew in Aruba and we were just changing planes in Miami about in December. So I was passing by, but I could not step outside of airport. Time was too short to meet you. But I'm looking forward to it big time. And anything else you want to say in the conclusion?
I'm thankful for giving me the opportunity to talk to you here online. And it's beautiful. And I can't wait to meet you in person.
Sounds good, brother. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. And take care of people around you.
Likewise. Have a great day.
Take care. God bless.